I'm Becky Zieber, the content strategist for DigitalMarketer, and I'm here today to break down 3 mistakes that we have made on the DigitalMarketer blog that we've had to learn from the hard way. I'm also going to add in one big win that we've gotten to and the simple steps that we took to make it happen. Mistake number 1 was letting our editorial calendar slip up sometimes. Running a blog is a lot of work, and around here, it's a one-woman operation. It's just me. So sometimes it feels more important in a particular moment to prioritize getting a post written or uploaded or even edited. That sometimes means that I'm not including those important details about that post in our editorial calendar. I'm not updating that document. And that usually leaves me scrambling later on to try to gather all of that information that I should have been tracking in the first place. To make sure that this doesn't happen to you, you just want to take a few minutes each time you post a blog and document those important things about that post. Trust me, taking these few minutes up front is going to save you a lot of hurt in the long run. As for what you have to track, that's really going to be up to you. You need to be documenting what's important for you and your business, and that may not be the same as the next person. So some common things that a lot of people track are things like your publish date or your author. You also really want to have that URL. It's important to be able to find that post later on. But maybe you want to track what CTA you're using or what category that post is in. Whatever it is, try to get this all on paper or in a Google Sheet before you have to click through 3 months of blog archive to find that particular CTA on that particular blog post that you couldn't find because you didn't document the URL in the first place. Mistake number 2 is consistently using high-ticket CTAs on your blogs. This was something that we did for a long time. We put our marketing mastery certifications as the CTA on a lot of our blog posts. We thought this was a good idea for a long time. We have a lot of valuable blog content, and we wanted to give our readers a way to ascend and to learn even more about that particular subject through our certifications. But it turns out we were really jumping the gun on our customer value journey. By offering a product that costs several $100s on a significant number of our blog posts, we were trying to force our customers to go straight from the awareness and engage stage to the ascend stage. That's skipping a lot of important steps in the customer value journey, and you run the risk of coming into some issues later on down the road if you do this consistently. Ryan always talks about not proposing marriage on the first date, and we did that, and it was a mistake, but we're fixing it. We did get some conversions on those blog posts. Some people did in fact buy, but we realized that it would be better for us to tier our CTAs based on the funnel level of the blog post they're on. For example, an entry-level post or a tofu blog post, you want to have free content as your CTA, or even a free lead magnet that will get them to the subscribe stage. Whereas you want to save your high-ticket offers for bottom of the funnel or more advanced content like case studies or white papers. This way, the offer is reaching more qualified buyers who are ready to take that leap. By tiering your CTAs, you make sure that you are meeting your customers where they're at, and you're better serving the CVJ stage that they're at that moment. This means that you're going to get more, better quality conversions from your blog. Our third mistake was not varying our content enough. And no, I don't mean that we've decided to start putting lifestyle trends on our marketing blog. I'm talking about our keyword strategy. Recently, we've been working on a content cluster strategy, which is also sometimes called a pillar post or an evergreen post, content hubs, content webs. There's a lot of different names for the same strategy, and many people are using it because it works. And this strategy entails updating many of your older posts that have been around for a little while. And by increasing the ranking on those blog posts, you end up increasing the ranking on that main core or pillar or evergreen post that you're focusing on. And so this is where we put the focus in our blog creation. We were updating way more than we were creating new content. And while updating these posts, it really did help us rank for that central content, those main core posts. It did not help us rank for new keywords. We were just increasing the ranking for the keywords that we already had. And that means that we were not able to reach new audiences in Google. And this can be a big issue because that's one of your main goals with content marketing is to reach new audiences through great SEO. We weren't doing that. So we've gone back and we've started creating new content with new target keywords on top of updating those posts for that main strategy. And this has been working really well. So we've fixed that mistake, luckily. So to end on a more positive note, I wanted to pass along one big win that we've had here at the DM blog. We've been streamlining our creation process. And because of this, we've been able to double and sometimes even triple our production, which means for us that we're posting upwards of 4 times a week, which is huge. This came down to 2 big things and 2 changes that we've made. First of all, we come up with all of our blog post ideas in bulk. We do one big creative session where we make a long list of all the ideas that we want to publish. That means we can just pull from that list when we want to write a post or assign something to a freelancer. We don't have to worry about trying to come up with an idea every time we want to write a blog post. They're all there. They're already created. The second thing we did is we mapped out our content at least a month in advance. Obviously, what gets published isn't always what we planned because we feel like it's really important to be flexible to help tailor your content based on what the company's doing, what's happening in the world around you. It's important to be flexible for that. But by mapping out our content a month in advance, we don't have to scramble to figure out what we're publishing next week. We already have that piece of content planned out. We have it written, we have it, edited. It's ready to go far before we have to actually get it published. These are 2 simple things that we've done that have just been life-changing for us, and for me in particular, in our blog creation process. So to summarize, mistake number 1 was letting our editorial calendar slip. You want to keep that thing up to date. Mistake number 2 was frequently using high-ticket items in your CTAs. Make sure you're tailoring your CTA to the blog post you're posting. Mistake number 3 was not varying up our content. We want to be hitting new keywords as well as updating our old posts. And our big blog win recently was that we've doubled or tripled our output by making just a couple simple changes. Running a blog is really hard, but if you follow some of the tips in this video, you can avoid making some of these mistakes yourself. And hopefully you'll have your own big win to shout about soon.